Hello, fuckos, and welcome to this episode 40 of the Chris Hunter Comedy Podcast with me, Chris Hunter. Hello, you barstools. How are you doing? How the devil are you? Have you had a good couple of weeks? I've had an okay couple of weeks. I know I wasn't here last week. I can only apologise, but being me, I only noticed, I've been quite busy. I've been busy recently, and I only noticed at about, 10:30, 11 at night that I hadn't done the podcast yet. I was like, oh shit, I don't have time now. I'm too damn busy. So unfortunately I had to skip last week. But you know what? That's fine, because this week I'm currently waiting for a pizza to be delivered because I'm being super healthy tonight. I'm, again, too busy. So I thought, whilst the pizza's on the way, this is time I wouldn't be working right now because I've just got home. So I thought I'd jump on, do a little hard podcast for you fancy barstools. Does that sound good to you? That sound good? I bet it bloody well does. Yeah, I've had a nice couple of weeks. I've been busy. I've been doing some work for this art competition thing online, because I think I've talked about ArtStation before. It's this website where you basically Facebook for artists who make 3D shit, you know. So there's a competition on there at the moment where you got to do like an ancient Japan is the theme, and I love that kind of stuff. So I thought, you know, I'll knock out a little scene, keep myself all warmed up, because I've not really done much detailed things recently, and I thought that'll be a nice way of doing it. So it's been keeping me busy, but the deadline is in just over a week. It's like 13 days, just under 2 weeks really. So yeah, I've been working on that. So I've been a busy barstool, but it was nice. I had my brother came to visit with his girlfriend on Saturday, which is awesome. So Jack and Lucy came around, two of my favourite people in the universe. And it was great. You know, we had a good old time. We played some games. We all got frustrated with Charlie for winning because she wins everything. That's how she works. I'm pretty sure she's a robot. I've never cut her, but I'm pretty sure if I did, she'd bleed like oil instead of blood because she's clearly made of mechanical parts. But yeah, so he came around, and we've got one of those Amazon Echo things, you know, the Alexa thing. I can't say it too loud because she'll get set off. She's very sensitive. But anyway, one of those Amazon Echo things. And Charlie's put this app on it where you can be mean to people. So all you have to do is say to it, Alexa, be mean. Start being mean and be mean to Jack, for example. And it'll say stuff like, you know, hey Jack, nice coat. Not. You know, little school ground stuff like that. Well, this time was a little bit different. So we all sat there, and Charlie's telling what's her face to do what she's supposed to do. She goes, hey, Alexa, start being mean and be mean to Jack. Right? And she says, Jack, do you ever wonder what life would be like if you weren't starved of oxygen at birth? And that's, first of all, that's a pretty dark insult. But second of all, Jack, the Paralympian, as you all know, is disabled with cerebral palsy caused by lack of oxygen at birth. Wow. Well done, Alexa. Well done, lady. You hit the nail on the freaking head. Luckily, like we were all creased up laughing. Don't worry. It wasn't a bad thing. Luckily, Jack's got a sense of humour, because if he didn't, I mean, Jesus Christ, that would cause some trouble. Can you imagine the PR nightmare if an almighty Twitter blue tick got a cob on with Amazon? I mean, that'd be pretty bad. That'd be troublesome, to say the least, for their PR, their PR crew, their people. But yeah, so Jack was on Saturday, which meant that our normal Saturday burger, we changed to a Saturday afternoon tea, and we all went to Dark Side of the Spoon, the best place in the world for waffles and ice cream and coffee and all the good stuff. So we were there, and we tried. Whilst we were there, like the guys hadn't been to the dessert place yet. They love the burger place, Cafe at the End of the Universe, but they hadn't been to Dark Side yet. So we took them there, and we had the afternoon tea. And every week at that place, they have a pie of the week or cheesecake of the week. And this time it was so nice. We had a thing called chess pie. At first I thought, is this a typo on the board? It should say cheese, surely. But no, it's chess. It's some American thing, which it's kind of like, what's it like? It's like if you imagine like a really tasty sweet egg custard, but it's a bit thicker, and it's in a pie crust, like a nice, like crispy, not crispy, what's the word? Like a nice thick pie crust, you know? And oh, friggin' hell, it was delicious. It was delicious. I wanted like 17 more pieces. I couldn't eat 17 more pieces. I'm always crazy full. I normally can't finish the afternoon tea, but I was very, very hungry, and I ate it all because I'm a fat bastard at the moment. But yeah, and so that was this Saturday. But last Saturday we did go to the burger place. We got burger of the week, which was the Dark Side. Come to the dark side. Something dark side. something complete. Yeah, we went there and we got the dark side burger, which had black pudding on it, but it was a special black pudding. I think, no, it's not black pudding, Scotch egg, but it was a special Scotch egg, because I think, is it called a Manchester egg? Something like that. It was basically a Scotch egg that was a breakfast in a bowl. Like I think it had like black pudding and bacon, and I think it was sausage, like in the casing, and then the middle was an egg, obviously, and then it was fried, and it was the tastiest Scotch egg I've ever had in my life. And I've had a few Scotch eggs in my time. You may notice, if you've ever seen me and my love handles and my chubby little chin and my titties, that I like the occasional Scotch egg. You know what? I don't care. I'm going to start going to the gym. I'm going to start running. I say this all the time, but this year it's got to happen. So yeah, that was bloody good. That was really, really nice burger. And you know, I want another one. That'd be lovely. But speaking of those lovely folks who run those places, one of them, Laura, is in a amateur dramatics group called the Dunham Thespians, and we're going to go see them perform tomorrow, which I'm really looking forward to. It's meant to be like a mystery farce, as far as I know, called The Haunted Through Lounge and Recessed Dining Nook at Barndale Castle, which should be really interesting. That's the longest name I've ever heard of a show. And I'm very curious how it goes, because as you guys might remember, I used to be in an amateur dramatics group and I loved it. I would be tempted to go back, but I'm too busy, you know. I can't give time to people, unfortunately. As you saw last week, I didn't have 20 minutes to do the podcast. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be really nice. I want to see how it goes. I'm curious to see what kind of show it is. And also it's good to support your friends, you know, so I want to do that. I want to go support friends if I can do. And this is something I can do. It's not around the corner, but it's not that far away. It's not that expensive. It's something we can do. Speaking of expensive, I'm super sad at the moment because the almighty Mr. Bill Burr has announced he's coming back to England in March, and I really, 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 really want to go. But unfortunately we're now saving to move to Japan. It's happening, folks. We've got to do this. I'm thinking early 2020. So that means the whole of next year is going to be hardcore saving, selling stuff, getting married, all that jazz. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to go. I'd love to be able to, but I mean, we'll see how it goes. I probably won't be able to though. So what can you do? But if you guys are knocking about, I think tickets go on sale in a few days. So get your asses on it. Bill is the best comedian in the world at the moment, hands down. Go and see him. You know, it's only nice. He's doing his 50 show. That's the one that he did at the Royal Albert Hall. So, you know, it should be pretty good. Plus, he's been working on it a few months since then, I've got to assume. So, yeah, get on that shit. Right, hang on a second. I've got a Bazooka advert to read for you folks. Normally, I do a cut and an edit here. But again, I'm pretty busy this week. I've got to just rush through. So, the lovely people at Bazooka would like to, offer their services to you. And I would like to present them to you thusly. So do you like video games, board games or card games? Do you like geek culture and you want to hang out with people who share the same passions as you? Well, if you live near St. Helens or the surrounding areas, then you're in luck, because Bazookoid is a geek and gaming lounge located in St. Helens Town Centre on Clawton Street. They've got everything that your geeky little heart could ever desire. There's games, food, drinks, events, you name it, they've probably got it. So, head on down to Bazookoid and have yourself some fun out of the sun. That's right, folks. Ain't no sun in a basement, bitch. So, yeah, go and do it. Have fun. Speak to the people out there. They're awesome. I love the guys there. Andy Scruffy is one of the nicest people in the universe. He deserves all the love and attention of every possible customer. And I suggest you guys get there ASAP. I mean, they're closed right now, but when they're open, go there. It's bloody awesome. So yeah, I've been keeping busy. I got the new Pokemon game, which I have not had a new Pokemon game for ages. I only played it a tiny bit because, like I said, I'm really busy. So I played it for an hour maybe at one point to have a break. And it's really cool. I got the what's it called? It's called Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. I got the Pikachu version, Charlie got the Eevee version, and we both got the version that comes with the little Pokeball. And this little Pokeball, right? It's it's a controller. So it's just a ball, but the little white dot in the middle is the analog stick. And if you click it in, it's a button. And if you press the very top of the ball, that's a button. So it's, believe it or not, you can play the whole damn game with just this little ball. And it's so cool. So far, I'm enjoying the game. It's basically a remake of Pokemon Yellow. So you have your Pokemon, you have one of them next to you all the time. So in my case, it's Pikachu, running around, follow me, going Pika Pika, whatnots. And I like it. It's good. It's a pretty game. It's a nice, easy, gentle game to get into. And it's nice if you just need a bit of an unwind or a bit of a break, because it's such a chilled out series, bit of music, just a bit of green grass, having a wonder. There's no stress involved in a Pokemon game. So that's been nice just to have around, because when I've not been playing it, Charlie's been playing hers. So I can hear the music and stuff, and it's dead chilled out and it's lovely. But one of the issues we've got at the moment is that it's bloody freezing. Today is fecking cold, right? It's been, I don't know what temperature, I'm not that old, but it's been cold and windy. And I'm currently sat here like a pensioner in a blanket, because this room that I'm in now, I don't have the radiator on anymore because it's next to my PC. And I don't want to fry the bastard. So I'm sitting here in the cold with a blanket on, waiting for pizza to warm up my cockles. Oh, it's bloody cold it is. Oh, it's bloody freezing. Oh, I'm going to lose my fingers. Oh, you fecker. Just bash my ankle. So that's, I've not been up to that much really. And plus I've been busy in work. I'm looking forward to, I'm enjoying the stuff I'm doing right now in work. We had a big desk move around the other day, which is always fun. But to be fair, it was the smoothest move around I've ever done. I've learned from the past, you see. I've moved a few times there now. And I've learned all you need to do, right? Listen up, folks who work there. You just get a couple of carrier bags. That's it. Get a couple of carrier bags, pack your shit the day before. And when you're ready to move, you just take your bags down and then you take your computer down. Easy. Done. Jobs are good, and lads. Time to pack up and fuck you off. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. We've been looking at apartments and stuff in Japan. I think we may have found the one. Should it be available when we want to go? I think I told you guys ages ago about a thing in Japan called social apartments. And it's apartment block. And, your rooms are the normal kind of Japan standard size. They're about 20 square meters, probably a bit less. This one's about 18. And it has, your room, your bathroom, and your little tiny kitchenette thing. It's not a kitchen, it's a kitchenette. You might have one hob and a sink, that kind of thing. But in the social apartments, what they have communal kitchens with like proper sort of professional grade kitchens there, 2 or 3 counter services with ovens and stuff, which is awesome because Japan, you don't tend to get ovens, you get like toaster ovens. And they have like, relaxation rooms with like pool tables and cinema screens and all that jazz. They've got an awesome toaster. It's like £200 for a toaster. And this toaster uses steam to toast the bread. I don't know how. That absolutely boggles my mind, but it does. And it can resuscitate like stale bread. Not like mouldy, gross bread, but just bread that's gone a bit hard. Because it cooks with steam, it revitalizes it. I don't know how. I'm not a scientist, but I don't get how toast can be made with steam. That's still... I watched a video about how it's done and I still don't understand it. But anyway, they've got one of them. But yeah, so we're looking at somewhere like that. I think that could be the place. They've got a bunch of sites, but I think we've found the one that we want to go for. But of course, it's early doors. Plus, got to get married at some point next year. And I was a bit worried about this because forever, me and Charlie have wanted to get married at Chester Zoo, which I'd still love to, but it's like, I don't know, 10 grand or something stupid like that to get it all done. And we can't afford that. There's no way in hell we can afford that. So I was thinking what we're going to do. So I was starting to try and look around for, cheap ways of doing weddings and stuff, because I didn't just want to do a registry office. And I knew Charlie kind of resigned us off to that, but at the same time, I don't want it to just have a registry office. I wanted to have something a bit more pizzazz, something a bit more fancy. But anyway, she told me about something I didn't even know existed. It's called an elopement wedding. And there's this place called, what is it, Gretna Green, in just inside Scotland. And it sounds awesome. It's not that expensive. And you and like 8 people, well, the couple and like 8 people, you're going to have your wedding. And yeah, I thought that sounds amazing. We'll have to look into that. So we're going to look into stuff like that, I think, see what kind of thing we can get going on next year. But it's exciting times ahead, folks. You look out, 2019 is going to be an exciting year in the Hunter household, this Hunter household. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what happens next. You know what, folks? I think I've just noticed my pizza is going to be here in 3 minutes according to the app. So I'm going to leave it here for today, folks. If you've got any comments or any questions you want to ask me, any bullshit you want to swing my way, feel free to share it with me on my social media. It's at Chris Hunter Comedy. Sorry, it's Chris Hunter Comedy on, Facebook and Instagram and all that shit. Or it's at Chris Hunter Com, short for comedy, on Twitter. Oh, I was on diminishing returns. I forgot to tell you folks. I'll go into more detail next week. But yeah, the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them episode. It's the Dim Returns podcast. Check it out, guys. It's really good. I had a great time doing it, and I'd love to do it again in the future, guys. So yeah, thanks a lot for listening. Don't forget to rate if you like what you hear. Tell your friends about this podcast, please, because I need more people to listen so I can shout abuse like, hey, you buggy, at all of you. Okay? Thanks a lot for listening, folks. See you all next week. Bye-bye now.